Are you like me and you find it really hard to save money? A couple of reasons I've found it's hard to save money is first of all, that money grows slowly. Most bank accounts are only give you about a half a point to a point and a half of interest on the money that you save into it. On top of that, you have easy access to it. So if something happens, whether it's an emergency or a family birthday or just a night out with friends, you have easy access to it. On top of that, once you take that money out, the money no longer grows for you. So I'm going to walk you through three examples of what you could do with that money. For these examples, let's pretend that you have $100. So let's say at the end of the month you have $100 you can easily spend on wherever you want to. So for the first example, let's say that we put it just into a regular bank account. Now, like I said, the money's going to grow slowly. It's going to get about a point and a half to half a point. So at the end of the year, if you saved $100, it'd be about $1,200 and some change. Okay, so on top of that, we have easy access to it. So if something happens, you can take that money out for any reason whatsoever. And then once you take that money out, that money no longer grows. Now, for the second example, let's look at a term life policy. Now, for myself, I am 36 years old. I don't smoke. I'm in average shape. So I can buy about a $500,000 life policy. Now, like I said, it would take me about 400 years for me to save $500,000. Easy access to it. I don't want to take that out because I know that $500,000 would benefit me or benefit my family when I die. So I'm not going to take it out for just silly reasons. Now, for the third example, let's look at a whole life policy. Now, when I look at whole life, I consider it my mandatory savings account because I know a percentage of it is going to go towards my life policy, and the second part of it is actually going to go towards cash value. So it's going to build over time, and it's going to help my family when I pass away. But on top of that, it's going to save up money over time. So a lot of times people ask me, there's two questions they ask me about life insurance. First of all is how much should I get? Second is what kind of insurance should I get? So for how much, let's first start with an acronym. A lot of people use it. It's called DIME, and it stands for debt, income, mortgage, and education. But what I like to think of first is dream. So, how do you want your family to live when you pass away? Like, do you want your spouse to have to find a second job, maybe a second spouse? Do you want your family to live better or the same as what they are now? So, you kind of have to look at those things, what you want to happen when you pass away. So let's look at debt. Now, with debt, you want to consider everything. That's your mortgage, your cars, your credit cards, anything that you may owe money on. You want to have all that stuff covered in the event that you were to pass away today. Second of all, your income. Now, there's a lot of different dollar amounts people use. Some people use 5 years of your income, 10 years of your income. I've heard 12, I've heard 15. You can pick and choose whatever you decide for that. Third, your mortgage. Now, like I said, with debt, you want to make sure everything is covered. That's your mortgage on your house. If you have a vacation house, you don't want to leave your family in a situation where they would lose their possessions if you were to pass away today. And the last one is education. Now, if you plan on paying for your kids' college, or if you don't have any college, or if you don't have any kids that you need to pay for their college, then it may not be that important to you. So that's why we look at what kind. Now, if you don't have a lot of debt, you may look more towards a whole life policy. And like I said, that can be more of a savings account for you. It can help fund for your retirement. It can help fund for your vacation home, whatever it is you need to do. So that's kind of what I look for. And like I said, it's just something about it's your personal decision and what you're looking for.